Getting over fear, they say, is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Jokes apart, I remember when we started Pravah, a youth leadership organization, there were a lot of people who were really afraid of how their careers were going to pan out. And this was rampant with almost everybody. They were confused, scared, what was going to happen to their careers. One young girl from a very prestigious college, I remember, came to us thinking, and her father was a bureaucrat. She was quite interested in having a non-conventional career, which means non-civil servant. Without much ado, we asked her to go in for one of our flagship programs, which was called SMILE, which is Students Mobilization Initiative for Learning Through Exposure. This is typically you go in a pair or in a small group to a rural NGO or a movement for 3 to 6 weeks and live there and do some projects and learn about society there and yourself. She chose to go to the Narmada Bachao Andolan, where especially because her father was a bureaucrat from Gujarat and had some views about the dam being a great thing for the people. She went there and met the people, and most of the people didn't think so. And she got their viewing point and understood and spoke extensively to many people there. She did a lot of processing of this information. She also did workshops with the Pravah facilitators, in which she learned how to put her view forward to influence other people. And when she went back home, she actually spoke to her father. And for the first time, she was able to put across a different point of view about this Narmada Dam. And she found that her father was quite amenable and listening to what she was saying because she had direct experience of the space. And this was her first lesson in influencing skills. Everybody learns more about themselves when they actually do something in the real world, and especially something which they're not used to, and get out of their comfort zones. In a way, this is what we say when we say that the only way out is in, and vice versa. As Buddha says, the foot knows the foot only when it hits the ground. Or like Gandhi, he said, be the change you want to see. So we believe also that the self and society is joined at the hip. And if you want to really grow your own leadership abilities, it's great if you can perform social action in which you will then reflect and learn more about your own leadership and grow in those leadership capacities. In fact, I remember we used to earlier go to college or schools and ask people, how many of you want to change the world? And we used to get, say, 10% of the classroom raising their hands, which wasn't bad. But then when we realized that really actually young people are what they are afraid of. They're afraid of what's going to happen to their careers and their own lives. And we would go to the same classrooms and now ask them, how many of you want to change yourself? And we found large numbers, actually as many as 80-90% raising their hands. And so we went in from their window and came out of our own door. A large number of such young people have become leaders through this program called SMILE, which basically takes self to society journeys. And coming back to that young girl, she actually became the CEO of Pravah. And it's a really great story about how inside out leadership can be created or can be developed at scale, but with soul. So we call that SCOL. In this way, we were able to move towards our mission of making every youth a jagrik, where jagrik means a self-awakened, proactive citizen who's also inspiring others to take up their rights and duties.